Hi everyone and welcome to All Kinds of Projects. In this project I'm going to be using 3 scrapped Evinrude engines to make hopefully 2 good ones. I'm using two 1990 and 1991 outboard engines, and I've got them in varying states, literally varying states. None of them were actually working, none of them were actually in any decent order, but I thought looking at the engines themselves I could probably make 2 good ones and obviously have one as a scrapper. These videos, the next probably 3 videos will be mainly cosmetic refurbishment, putting the exhaust housings together, etc. I think in my next project 2, I'll be stripping the engine down in itself and the power head completely. But looking at these ones, what we've got lying on the floor here in my garage are basically the 3 bottom ends. Well, actually one bottom end has been rebuilt, but I've got the 3 bottom ends, and this is how I got them. So engine 1 was the first one I got. That was probably about 200 quid. He did say it was working, he did say it was in his garage, but you know, everybody says that, and lo and behold the gearbox had seized. One of the engines had seized up, if you like, but needless to say he was only selling that for parts anyway. Engine number 2 was a little bit better. That came off the back of a boat. I didn't get a chance to compression test that one, which is this one here. I believe that one of the cylinders may be out. I should have compression tested it, but I didn't. But needless to say, I only wanted it actually for the bottom end. But this, you can see the state of all of them that come off. I mean, these are old engines at the end of the day. This one is literally the scrap elements of the parts that I'm not going to be using. I mean, this was a really good learning engine for me. I actually used it to take everything to bits. So I took bits off it, saw how it was removed, saw how it came out, saw how it was fitted. And this bottom skeg, for example, I've actually knocked the hell out the top of this to get the bearing housing assembly, the oil seal here, to get that out. So that became unusable, and actually it was about 200 quid for the new bearing assembly. You got the tilt and trim at the back as well. That was shot. On this one, again, the tilt and trim wasn't in good order, neither was the exhaust housing, and again you can see the condition. This one does actually go up and down, but I had to drill a hole in it basically to allow it to do so. The next one that I came to, I mean, I learnt on this one, then obviously following that one I actually dismantled the lot from that, but from that I then knew how to operate this one. This one was actually the one I drilled a hole in to allow the compression to go down, because again all of it was seized, as you'd expect in these old engines, and you'd think, can you breathe life back in them? But yeah, I think I can actually. Again, not ideal. The next one though is the one that I rebuilt. The one that I rebuilt was actually, well, I say rebuilt, I refurbished it. I got rid of all of the crud, all of the areas, did a bit of welding on it, and eventually rubbed it all down and sprayed it. So this one I've actually done. It's not a lot to watch, to be honest, but I have got some parts of these within the actual future videos that are coming on. The bottom ends I did a lot of work on. Unfortunately I didn't get a chance to video these because I didn't think of videoing them at the time, but I've actually done a lot of welding on these. Bearing assembly, bearing, oil seals, everything that's needed to change, I've changed it. So these 3 engines here, this was going to be my scrapper. This was the first one I bought. This one was off the back of a boat, and this is the one that I think the piston's actually blown in. But one piston's got really good compression. I didn't get a chance to test the other, but I believe that one's blown. And this one is the one I've actually already done an awful lot of work to. Now, this is an R&Li B, so it's a 1992. The previous one is a 1988, I believe, which didn't have any distinguishing markings on it. But this one actually works pretty well. The guy who had it before, he did a lot of work on it, so he said anyway, but he never troubleshoot the top, so he didn't do the electrics. And it turned out that the woodruff key had actually broken, So the timer was actually slightly out. And because it was slightly out, it wouldn't run. And having taken it all to bits, rebuilt the carbs, rebuilt everything, the fuel pump, the carbs, the electrics, the lot, I'm hoping that will run. I've just got to test it. I've got a sneaky suspicion that the thermostat will need doing on this, because that's the only thing I've not touched. So this is the one I'm going to rebuild. This is the one I'll do the full video of, dismantling the power head. I've done one obviously off camera. This is going to be hopefully the one that I'll do on camera. It's going to be the same as the good one. This was my scrapper, but I've got a sneaky feeling I may have to use the power head on this. Hopefully it'll be good. And looking at all the gubbins, the only way I could find out what year the engine was, that only one of them had a distinguishing mark, which was this one. This was my RNLI B. The other one had a distinguishing mark, but I got it off the engine number. The 1988 version just wasn't traceable. So one thing that I would like to say is that I've got an awful lot of good information from YouTube, and especially there's 3 channels that I use for Evinrude engines. One is OM Fishing, is a brilliant guy, knows so much about them. Dango Marine the same, and Brandon's Garage, all do Evinrudes. And as you know, Evinrude, or you may know, Evinrude is an American engine. It's absolutely hard to get hold of any parts over here. They're really expensive. If you can get hold of them, you've got to do some shopping around, which is why I bought 3, and hopefully, like I say, I can make 2 good ones, and hopefully I can get most of it on camera. So enjoy the videos if you can, and I'll certainly have a video log to reflect back on.